Don't be scared, just be prepared for the worst.
Okay, this is Head Coach Ross of the Atacx Gym. We're about to now do the yellow belt Kenpo karate technique, grasp of death, dealing with the basic headlock. I want to show you guys the more common ideal phase technique. It may not be exactly what you were taught, but it'll be very, very similar. Okay, your boy's going to go with a headlock attempt and grasp of death. Here it comes. I'm going to stop it here. And as he pulls me forward with both hands locked, I'm going to step forward with my left leg. Now, what I'm doing here, according to the IP, is I've pretty much stopped his headlock attempt before it can actually occur. Okay? Now I'm going to take my rear right hand, which you can't see because it's behind him, but my rear right hand and grab a handful of testicles, which lo and behold, will cause him to loosen his grip. Okay, I'm going to give it a right smart tug as I pull his arm out and pop my head out to freedom. The next step is simultaneously, I'm going to step through with my right leg into a right bow stance, bring my right hand behind him, hammering against the elbow, dropping. I'm now going to slide my arm up and use a lever against the back of his elbow. Now I've seen various finishes here, wrist lock break finish, punch finish, lever, and then an elbow and back fist finish. All these types of finishes I've seen. And then they cross out. You're done. Now, this is actually one of the better IP techniques, but it still suffers from fatal flaws of functionality. First part is, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to stop this man before he pulls the full yoke, the full headlock on you. So your entire flow of your technique will be disrupted from the beginning. You have to learn what will happen when he pulls a full headlock on you. It looks like this. When he pulls the headlock on you, it looks like this. That's what it looks like. You don't have your hand in to grab him or anything else like that. You have to work from here. The second thing that happens is when you get in a headlock here, okay, you're being choked. We're going to work on that a little bit more. But in the neighborhood, you guys have seen this a lot. They'll grab you in a headlock and start punching you, or if there's a weapon around, a bottle, you know, backpack, a book, you start eating that. They'll grab you and start punching, and it looks like this. Grab, go. And start punching, boom, boom, and you're like, oh no, life is really bad. You know, it's not a good thing, okay? So, the third thing that happens, again, neighborhood style, is you get grabbed in a headlock and the power is so quick and so fast that they succeed in slinging you to the earth, okay? And it looks like this. They'll grab you in a headlock, go, and down you go. Down you go. What do you do now? Well, there are all kinds of solutions, but the one that we at the Atacx Gym offer works in all 3 situations the exact same way. Okay? Now what's going to happen here, we're going to show you the Atacx Gym articulation of this technique, and it works against all 3 situations. The first one is the second most common, and that is when you get grabbed in a headlock and he's actually trying to choke you out from there. It's a very basic submission hold. It's a playground kind of submission hold. It looks like this. Or he's going to grab me, choke me, he's going for a choke. You can feel it. You see my voice changing. He's actually tightening the choke up. Okay? What I'm going to do here now is take my right hand and press against his tricep so he can't punch. This left hand, exactly like you were taught. See, notice the difference. From here, when he's squeezing, my voice is up higher. If I go here, I can breathe a little bit more because I've caused some space in between his grip. Simultaneously with grabbing this hand, taking my left hand and doing a talon here. These both hands are doing a talon. This is a crane, this is talon. Same thing at the same time. Okay? Now, I'm going to turn my head up and away against his tricep. Against his bicep and up at an angle at his elbow. Now, this is very important. Notice where my chin is. It's down. He can't choke me. If I release this hold and he chokes, go ahead and choke. I can still talk to you because he's not choking me. My articulation is kind of jacked up because of his choking pressure, but I can breathe just fine. Now, pull here and turn up. This is what you're supposed to do. Now you're going to take this right hand, slide it behind his back, and grab a handful of testicles. Grab them and hold them tight, and unlike what we're taught, just a tug, no. You want to use your base and your stance to jerk his testicles up like you're trying to pull up the back of his head and into his earlobe so he has earrings, okay? That's the kind of pull you want. When you affect this pull, even when, I'm not going to do it obviously, but even if you use the tighter claw here against the thigh and do this changes, see that? Changes his position, which gives you the space to pop out. Now, pinning his hand against your chest, not leaving it out, pinning his hand against his chest, putting his elbow up directly toward the sky. you're able to now effect this technique. You step through with your right leg, hammer against his shoulder, all right, and you're able to press down. See now how his arm is straight automatically. As his arm presses down, this talon lifts up. You're doing a counter lever to opposite, almost like a seesawing effect here. Okay, you pull here, and you can see that. You're right. You should see his reaction. When I do this, he's like, "Oh, this is not lovely. It's not supposed to be." And then I slide my arm up and grab his wrist, and as I apply this is submission pressure. I can feel the wrist tighten. Slide my arm up using my elbow against the side of his tricep and my chest over his elbow, and leveraging them up. This is the submission hold here. Okay. If we go with the rest of the technique, we snap the wrist, elbow the temple, tiger claw the face, pull back, and we actually snap him. We snap him down when we do this. We go here, like this, tiger claw the face. This is against multiple opponents, not just one person. We wind up snapping him down. He goes down. All right, he's down. We drop that knee on him. We've done this before. Bing, and we step off like who wants some more. Okay? Same exact expression will work when he's going to go punch. Same exact technique will work when he's going to punch. Comes with the headlock, all right? Boom. Come with the pop. Come with the pop. Go ahead. There you go. Now notice what happens. Right hand comes back, tights right here, so he can't punch. This hand comes forward and grabs here. Same type of technique. Pull up, look. Snap down, tiger claw. Pull up to the earlobes. All right, what she really loves. I'm not going to actually do that. When we practice it, we tiger claw here, which causes that reaction, that one right there. Come here, step forward, elbows him up, down he goes. Leverage position, he can actually start breaking from here. Notice what I'm doing with this wrist lock. I'm not just turning his wrist away. I'm torquing his wrist so that his thumb is almost in line with his forearm. I'm not pressing straight down because he can use muscular strength to resist that. But if I torque the wrist and press down, this is no fun, isn't it? He can't even look back at me. Try to look back at me. You can't look back at me. You can't look back at me because the pain is so intense. I'm leveraging here. You can't look back. That's when you finish with the rest of the techniques. You know, lever here, snap, elbow here, slam, pull back and kick him, snap him down, all that other good stuff. Okay? Now you're probably wondering, what do I do when he slings me down? The movements that we use here, when we step forward to the bow stance to displace his movement, and then return, we do those exact same movements on the ground. He's going to grab me in the headlock, sling me to the ground. Down I go, here. Right hand comes over and tightens his hand so he can't hit me. Left hand tightens here so he can't hit me. Now here, neighborhood style, brothers, we talked about this before. You want to take a bite out of crime, you can. You know, right? You want to go ahead and go, oh, you can, okay? We talked about this. But if you don't want to do that, if you have some concerns about what's going to happen here, what we're going to do is simply use the same footwork we used before. We're going to bridge him 45 degrees angled off of his right shoulders using our footwork. Left foot transitioning over into the right bow stance, pulls over exactly like we had done when we were standing up. Hand slice off, bring his elbow down, tiger claw right here, pulling up, stepping forward. Now I'm going to use my raising up my leg off of here. In real life, what happens is when you go through here, you actually drive your knee down. I'm sorry, you right, brother? Yeah. All right. You want pull this elbow down here, locking again. You know, here's the break. There's the elbow. This is a tiger claw. You can tap your foot all the way through. My brother, Kenpo OG, he actually steps on your face when he executes this technique, and he sits his leg down and pulls here. So when you get here, like bam, here, step on the face, and step on the arm. I'm gonna straighten your arm down so you don't get hurt. All right. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna put my toe on here, but you guys get the idea now. This is the movement. He'll go stomp and bam here. This is the movement here. It'll break here. Bing. From here, he'll fire. Bam, bam. And it's over. Or he'll go here and stomp. Dance of death for all you guys who are on the orange belt. Dance of death, you guys already know. That's where we start going dance of death here. We grab dance of death right here. But that's for another rank. You guys wait for that video and you'll see it. Okay? Come on up. The point is, the exact same technique works against all of these manifestations of attacks. On my DVD, I'll show you how to extend this same technique against armed opponents, guns, knives, doesn't matter, sticks, multiple opponents, multiple armed opponents, how to escape under these circumstances, how to rescue someone under these circumstances, like they're getting beat up and you have to come rescue them, and then escape and rescue under these circumstances. Helping me out is the Super Trooper Jabari. This is Head Coach Ross of the Atacx Gym. Thank you for your time. Take care.